I bought a Harbor Freight mini toolbox, and today I'm going to be unboxing it, letting y'all know just what I think of it initially at least, and letting y'all know whether I think it's a good purchase for what I paid. I paid $18 USD for this mini toolbox right here, and so far I'm feeling like it was a great purchase. But was it actually? Well, we're going to find out once and for all during this video today. I do suppose, without further ado, before I go ahead and actually unbox the mini toolbox, I should probably quickly go over the packaging as there is some useful information on it. Then after that, I'm going to go ahead and cut the tape right here, and I'm going to go ahead and get the toolbox all out, and I'm going to go over the look of the toolbox. Then I'm going to start messing around with the drawers and whatnot, see what exactly can fit in the drawers, see how the drawers roll and whatnot, mess with the lid a little bit, see how easily it stays open or closes and everything like that. And once I'm done doing all of that, I am then going to let y'all know whether I think this toolbox right here was worth the $18 that I paid, or whether it's not a good purchase or not. I'm thinking it was probably a good purchase, though, I'll readily acknowledge, because based off of what I've seen so far, it seems to be pretty good quality. But I don't know anything for sure. So without further ado, let's go ahead and quickly start going over the packaging. Starting off with the front, where we can see there is a window where we can actually see the toolbox in the packaging itself. And just feeling it, we can feel that it is a very nice metal. Honestly, this is more of a gimmick product than not. So they could have totally cheaped out and gone for plastic or gone for lesser materials than normal full-size Harbor Freight toolboxes, but they didn't. This is literally a miniature version of a normal Harbor Freight toolbox, and that is something that I absolutely love. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Taking a look right here, we can see it just says US General Mini Toolbox right there. US General is just the normal, like, name brand for Harbor Freight branded products from what I know at least, and it is the normal brand for their toolboxes as well. Up here, it just says black, designating the color of this toolbox. I believe these come in black, blue, and red as of this moment in time, but due to the popularity of these boxes, I do believe they may be coming out with more colors in the future, quite possibly. No guarantees on that. I don't know if they're actually going to or not, but I think it would make a lot of sense if they did come out with more colors, I will readily acknowledge. And taking a look at the bottom down here, we can see there's a bunch of sort of information about what features this mini toolbox actually has. So let's go ahead and read over some of those real quick. Starting off on this side, we can see it says that this mini toolbox has a 5-pound drawer weight capacity and a 10-pound total weight capacity, which is pretty good for the size. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. 5 pounds in one drawer in a toolbox this small, you know, honestly, that's pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, like, you could really load it up even more than that, I assume. That's just the registered capacity that they recommend, or recommended capacity, I guess, is really the right way of putting it. But either way, that's still a pretty good weight capacity in my personal opinion. And unless you're actually using this toolbox for, like, really heavy metal tools, I don't think you're gonna really meet that weight requirement in all honesty. Taking a look below that, it just says easy open drawers with ball bearing slides. Now that's something I like. They could have totally cheaped out and just made it slide like really badly on just a rail or something like that with no ball bearings, but ball bearings just like a normal toolbox. I like that, and I've heard they're very smooth. Looking forward to finding out for myself, I will acknowledge. Taking a look next to that, it just says lid remains open over 90 degrees. We'll find out about that. I am hoping that that does indeed work as advertised. Just says what rust resistant just says right here, rust resistant powder coated gloss finish. And overall, well, based off of what I'm seeing so far, it looks pretty good in all honesty. Rust resistant, I mean, like, I think most people are probably not going to be denting this up too much to make it where it might rust and whatnot, but either way, it's still really nice to have that sort of powder coating on there that is a rust resistant powder coating, just in case you do end up just massacring this box and whatnot. You don't want it to start rusting after all. Then we can see over on this side, it just says aluminum drawer trim for durability. Hey, I like my aluminum, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Or aluminium, as British people may say. Below that, it just says magnetic drawer, locking mechanism, and that's something I love. A lot of like cheaper like toolboxes, even full-size ones, don't really lock super well. I mean, like, they're not like maybe full size, but they're like medium-sized like boxes or something like that kind of thing. And you open it up, and there's no locking at the back of it or anything like that kind of thing. So it can just open up no matter what. And that's something I don't like, I'll be frank with you. I like to lock, I like to not open up if it falls over or something like that kind of thing. So the fact that this has magnet locking on the drawers is super nice, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. And those are some of the advertising factors. Those are some of the features of this toolbox right here. Anything interesting going on this side of the toolbox? We can see the size of it, I do suppose. We can see it's 11 inches long, 6 inches tall, and 6 inches wide. So it's very much more so than not a box, I will acknowledge. Taking a look at the back, we get a little bit of an image of what the toolbox looks like and what not. Taking a look at the other side, it's the exact same as this one. And taking a look at the top, just letting us know exactly what this is, and same on the bottom. I do suppose without further ado, it is now time for me to go ahead and get this toolbox all opened up, and I think it's time for me to go ahead and move my camera over just a little bit as well, so y'all can see me actually opening up this toolbox and whatnot. I've got my knife out. I've got a Kershaw Scallion with me today. It's my everyday carry knife, I'll acknowledge. Let's go ahead and see if I can get this opened up now, and see if I can actually get it opened up without damaging the packaging too much. And it appears that, thankfully, I have been able to. Just one line of tape to cut, nothing too big of a deal by any means. Let's go ahead and get the lid all opened up real quick. And there's another one right there. There's a little bit of styrofoam on the inside just to make sure it doesn't get dented up, I do suppose. Let's go ahead and just rip this styrofoam just a little bit, just like that. And I think, I was about to say I could just pull that up and get the toolbox out like that, and it does appear that that is actually possible, but this is just kind of ripping. It's not really working in the way I was hoping. There we go, just like that. Ooh, here it is, y'all. Oh man, yo, it looks so good. Yo, it looks so good. Hell yeah. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, there is a little bit of orange peel on the like top of the toolbox itself. I don't know if it's really showing up on camera, but there's like a little bit of like sort of an orange peel texture to it, but it doesn't feel that way at all. It feels very glossy, very smooth, very nice. And overall, just right off the bat, appears to be a pretty quality product. Let's go ahead and put the foam back in the box real quick. Don't want the wind to pick up and it to all run away on me like this piece is trying to do right now. I will readily acknowledge. Let's go and put that all back in the box, and let's go ahead and see if I can position my camera in a way that will be able to show the box in its entirety. I think just like that is probably the best way to do it. Let's see, move it back just a little bit, just right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at this now. So what do I want to do first? What do I want to do first? Overall, look-wise, I think it looks really nice. The black itself looks fantastic. Just picking it up, not a lot of rattles when you're kind of picking it up and whatnot and shaking it. That's something I do like. There is a rattle or two, but it also only cost 18 bucks. I really can't complain in all honesty. Taking a look at the bottom, there are some soft sort of areas right there. So if you want to put it on wood, or if you want to put it on anything else that might scratch, you're not going to have to worry about scratching it, which is something I really do appreciate. There's a sticker on the bottom, just says, warning, to prevent serious injury, do not sit, stand, or climb on this item. Do not allow children to play with or near this item. Not a children's toy. It is not made to be a toy. Do not use for food contact or food storage. It is a toolbox after all. And then it just has a serial number and a UPC and whatnot as well on the bottom. Overall though, seems to be really good quality, and one of the things I'm liking, I'm holding it like that. Are the drawers opening? They are not. The drawers are not opening. I'm liking that, yes sir. Oh man, yeah, this really is basically just a toolbox, but miniaturized. That is something I love, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Well, what do I wanna go over first? This label right here, yeah, we can see it just says US General right there in a nice sort of white on the black background. That has a little bit of embossment to it, but from what I can tell, it's just a sticker. It's not actually sort of dented into the box itself. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start off up here real quick. Does it stay open? Oh. Not super loud close either. And it said over 90 degrees. It stays open. It said over 90 degrees. This is exactly 90 degrees. It's staying open. That's less than 90 degrees. It's still staying open. All right. So they undersold. They're underselling that point right there. This can stay open under 90 degrees as well. I like that. I like that. No complaints on my behalf, let me tell y'all what. Taking a look at the inside, we can see it just says US General right there. Just a sticker once again, nothing too special or anything like that. One thing I really like though is that this comes with a mat on the inside. Let's see if I can get the mat out real quick. And we can see it's just a nice sort of black, sort of rubber foam mat. But overall, this should definitely help with not denting up the toolbox and whatnot. It should also help with just making sure everything doesn't slide around if you need to move it just a little bit real quick. That is something I really like, and normal toolboxes come with that as well, so that's something I really appreciate. This really is just a miniaturized toolbox. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that, and I'm liking this toolbox overall. The hinge seems to be good quality. A little bit of squeaking. Nothing too much by any means. Let's go ahead and now mess around with the drawers just a little bit. I think I'm going to open the top one first. Oh. Ooh. There we go. That is nice. How's it going, Sasha? You should get off the fence. It's gonna like come down eventually. Neighbor's dog just jumped on the fence. That is nice though. That did distract a little bit from my drawer closing ASMR, which honestly, that was so satisfying. That's so nice. That is so nice. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. But the drawers, they come out a decent amount. Like when compared to the rest of the toolbox, they come out, I'd have to say, probably about 2/3 of the distance. Not quite the entire distance out, but the rest of the drawer that's on the inside, there's only probably about, I'd have to say, 1 inch of drawer left on the inside. So having them not come out fully all the way is not a big deal by any means, and it's not something I expected either. Overall, these open very, very, very smoothly. They do not open like too much to one side or the other. They come out very sort of symmetrically, I'd have to say. And once again, there's a mat inside the top drawer, and there is also a mat in the bottom drawer as well. Let's go and get that one out. And it's the exact same size, just like that. Overall, you know, I gotta admit, the drawers are great. That magnetic closing is super nice. That magnetic closing is fantastic. I love that. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Overall, I gotta admit, I'm pretty impressed with this. I like how the drawers open. The drawers themselves, quality as well, and they do feel like they could definitely take a little bit of weight. Definitely not a lot. I was thinking maybe you could put more than 5 pounds in them. I actually would say probably don't do that. I think the 5-pound drawer capacity is very reasonable, and I wouldn't even recommend putting the 5 pounds in the top one. Put it in the bottom one. But the 5-pound drawer capacity with the 10-pound overall capacity, I think is very reasonable, and I really can't see myself putting any more weight in this toolbox than that. Frankly put, overall, this toolbox looks like a toolbox but miniature. It's got the quality of a normal toolbox, even though it is kind of more of a gimmicky mini toolbox than not. It is quality, it looks good, and it's got these little sort of, wait, is that just shiny? Oh, that's just shiny. I was like, wait a minute. I was looking at it in the camera and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool as well. It's got like these metal strips up here. No, that's just black. That's just black. I know it kind of looks like it has the metal strips. It doesn't though. That's just black. But that would be a nice addition, like put some like aluminum right there or something like that kind of thing. That would just kind of distinguish the drawers just a little bit, and that would be fantastic. That would be an amazing addition if they decide to do that in the future. I'd probably buy another one of these for that, and then I'd have two of them in all honesty. But overall, I gotta admit, yeah, I am pretty impressed by this, and I'm liking it, and I'm absolutely thinking this was 100% worth the $18 I paid for it. The question is, what can you fit in the drawers? So what do I want to use as a standard object to show off what you can fit in the drawers? Well, I'm thinking, you know, one of these. So let's go ahead and open up the top of the box, put it in there. Does it close? Closes just fine. How much room is there? And there's not a lot of room on top of it. This is definitely a more shallow sort of area than not. But you could definitely fit, like, let's say a small flashlight, like a pocket flashlight, a phone, a knife, as long as it's not like a big knife, like an AK-47 Type 2 bayonet or something like that kind of thing. And, of course, you can fit one of these as well. Let's go and test this drawer right here. Let's go and put it in, see if it closes just fine. Yep, closes just fine. You definitely couldn't stack them on top of each other. There's just not enough room for that, but you know, it fits one of these. Let's go ahead and test the bottom drawer now, just real quick. And I'd honestly say you could stack, yeah, I'd actually honestly say you could stack two of these on top of each other in the bottom drawer. Yeah, lots of room for products. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Lots of room for products. Certainly no complaints on my behalf. Overall, I'm trying to think of anything else I want to say about this box. I like it. I really do like it. Yeah, this, I'm like $18 for this. $18, and I get a lid that wants to stay open. A little bit squeaky, but you know, I can oil it. I get drawers that are like really good opening drawers, and they have magnetic closure as well. It comes with mats on the inside as well and everything like that. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, this is like by no means like a snap-on toolbox. Granted, I've never used a snap-on toolbox, so I don't know what the quality of a snap-on toolbox really is compared to this toolbox. But if I had to guess, this is no snap-on toolbox. It is a Harbor Freight toolbox. But for being what this is, which is, frankly put, more of a gimmick product than not, that is not really meant to hold tools. You're meant to put it on your desk and like hold your everyday carry or something like that. I mean, like, you could use this for tools. You absolutely could. But a lot of people are not going to be using this for tools, I'll acknowledge. At least that's my personal take. But even for what this is, as kind of a gimmick product that I feel like Harbor Freight just introduced as a thing before the holidays to have as Christmas gifts for people, this is a fantastic product that I honestly think is going to be sticking around for years to come. At least I hope it does, because this is super cool. I can absolutely see myself buying friends these for their birthdays. I can absolutely see myself buying family members these for their birthdays or for Christmas or something like that kind of thing. Absolutely a fantastic gift in my personal opinion, especially if the person you're gifting this to already has some bigger toolboxes and they like their bigger toolboxes. This is a great gift, especially for just under $20. I think it's priced amazingly. This is a banger of a deal if you ask me. And overall, I am a really big fan of my Harbor Freight mini toolbox that I purchased for $18 USD. Good quality, good look, good price. I can't complain. I really can't. And I think that's pretty much all I had to say about this toolbox today. What am I going to be using this toolbox for? Probably holding like my knives and stuff like that kind of thing, more than likely. I've got a bunch of different knives, and I've been kind of wanting a drawer system for them. So I was thinking I might put them in this thing right here, along with any other like sort of everyday carry stuff I have, like different headphones and whatnot. So I'm probably just going to be using this as my everyday carry sort of a box, I do suppose. Overall, though, I'm very happy with this. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys own one of these. If you guys do, what do you guys think of it? Do you guys think it's good quality? Has it stood the test of time? If you guys have owned one for a while now, I'm looking forward to finding out how this stands the test of time. I think it's going to do a decent job, though, I'll acknowledge, especially since I'm not going to be beating it up by any means. But let me know if you guys own one of these, what you guys think of it. And if you guys don't own one of these, let me know what you guys think of this based off of what I've talked about during this video today. Do you guys like it? Do you guys want one for yourselves? Or are you not a fan? and that's all there is to it. Let me know in the comments down below. Before I go ahead and end this video real quick, though, I do need to grab myself a little bit of a screenshot for the thumbnail of this video. So let's go ahead and do that real quick if I possibly can. Just try to get my phone sitting flat and whatnot. Let's see. All right. It's so good, though. It's so good. I love it. It's so good. It's so cute. I was about to say it's so cute, but actually it is. It's such a cute little toolbox. I love it. I'm so happy with my purchase. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It's so good. Just gonna open it up just a little bit more, just like that. Well, hopefully one of those will do as a screenshot for the thumbnail of this video. We will find out. Overall, I gotta admit, I'm very happy with my toolbox, and while I don't personally feel the need to buy another one for myself, I think I might have to buy some for family members in the future. As said, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of the toolbox I showcased today. Let me know what you guys think of it. Let me know whether you guys like it or not. And of course, also make sure to like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. box, and my other channels all in the description down below. Go check them all out. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Till the next one, stay safe in peace and have a great one. Yes, sir, and I'm saying.